This is going to be another hair practice tutorial. In this instance, we're going to be using my handy dandy marker brush. Alonij marker brush. Boom, available now on my website, alonij.com. So we're going to be doing a hair tutorial, or not a tutorial, it's just like my practice, like how I practice, so and I try to create my own sort of exercises. And we're going to just do the little heads. Boom, 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 boom. Do one more here. Do a few more long faces, short faces, and wide, wider, long and wide. Why not? Do another one. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch the layer so I don't mess up my circles, and I can actually tone those down a little bit so we can really see the hair. So this is the curls. We're gonna be doing curly hair. For one, some people were saying, oh, can you draw the curly hair for box braids? But I don't know what those look like. So I'm just gonna make up something that will resemble braids and whatnot. So let's just say this girl with the lashes on fleek has got edges. There we go, we got some edges. Sometimes there's these little things. Just beauty, right? So the way I do my hair is I just think about like the form of the head, it has some kind of dimension, and then I just kind of go with that. And then I just do a simple, and then more hair. You could do another simple little zigzag, and then more hair, and the ear, you see. And of course this does have like a dimension, so it comes out of the frame a little bit, and then more, and then on that side. That's how that looks, for me. I mean, that's just, and then like if say we're drawing a little girl, she would normally have like the braids coming out of the back with a couple of the little hair tie thingies. Let's see. Let's say I want to do like a girl with curly hair, and sort of swooping on the front, like a little bang of a little bit of hair here, and then say one of the eyebrows will not fully show. And let's go to a different layer with this. Okay. And that other layer is gonna simply go around that way, go around this way. Or maybe not that. There. So you can do all kinds of different things, you know? Oh, come on. I'm gonna put my palm on there at erased. This is probably not the best nose. I mean, we already know that I need some more space in there. You know, you could do this way, or you can have the hair kind of wrapping right back there, or simply boom like that, or have different sections where the braids take over there, you know. And again, those edges on, you know, to just sort of tie things together. Let's see, curly hair. Let's see what other curly hair. Okay, let's go over here. So let's just say I'm just doing some kind of thrown, you know, sort of just not even thinking kind of eyes. It's just simply for the purpose of whatever, you know. But what I want to do is the hair. I want this hair to be sort of curly. But these curls are going to be different because it's not necessarily going to be just, you know, this. Is going to be a lot of this and this. So you need to have a marker kind of pen or brush that can help you do that. And that is on the website. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just define what shape we want it to be. If we want it to be sort of, if in our head we want it to be that shape, you know, we're going to visualize that. And we're going to sort of make it that. You know, and you can make them whatever you want, but one main principle is to kind of follow some kind of a flow, and or, you know, sort of section of hair. So in areas where the hair kind of, you know, does its thing and is not fully visible to the light, you know, you have really frequent lines. In other words, this is not very frequent. This is frequent. Okay? Or rather, this is frequent. This is more frequent, and this is less frequent. Okay? Also, you know, you're ultimately rendering with the lines you're doing here, you know, for shadows and things like that. So this can be a deeper shadow, this can be the mid-tone, and this could be sort of in the highlights. So this is where these lines are, and then in the more frequent lines are under here, you see. Oh, hey, Keto Fresh, thanks so much for buying a badge. I appreciate that. Peace and love, for real, for real. Thank you so much. Maybe throw some ideas too, guys, of of different kinds of hair that you would like to see, and I can, you know, make it happen. Like different kinds of hair. What would you like to see? Ooh, braids. Okay. I mean, braids are, so we're gonna do simple braids and more advanced braids. So simple braids. This is what the simple braid is. This right here. You can still tell they're braids, you know. These are also simple here. Simple braids. What letter is that? E. Yeah, it's that simple. And what number is that? 3. And check this out. You ready? What letter is this? W. What letter is this? M. It's that simple. So these are the main things you're going to practice. 3s, E's, M's, and W's. In other words, you're going to practice N's, U's, C's, and I don't know what this is. This is like a parentheses. Yeah, you're welcome to buy a badge. Sure, please do. That's greatly appreciated. Jazari Taylor, thank you for buying a badge. You rock. So this is like what I think of when I want to practice. Like these are the main things that, you know, the motions that you need to practice. So okay, cool. 3, boom, 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 boom. Anyway, we'll do E's, you know, and I can apply less pressure, by the way. More pressure. Same, I didn't change anything. See, notice? Okay. And if I wanted to do the underside of the braids or of the hair, notice it curves from E's and, you know, into U's and W's. You see? So that's cool. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let's say this is the head here. This is the eyes. And this baby has so much curly hair. Right? This baby has so much curly hair. That it's going to be all over. Watch. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm changing the subject. My apologies. Okay, so we're gonna do some braids. Okay, so this first braid is gonna be right down the center, which doesn't really happen all the time. I'm visualizing where the hair is, which would be kind of like here. That's what I'm visualizing. So I'm going around the shape. And this is the tricky part. It's where the perspective changes. So those same lines, where as they're like this, would then start to do this as they go far away. So on this side, it'll do like that. It'll start to go backwards and change direction and so on and so forth. And then you can piece them together with this little in between, the pulled hair. That face shape though. Nah, just do one whole shape. Boom. See how those braids show up right now? And then here too, like, you can do one final braid right there, but again, it has to have like a side that's being pulled. So that's some serious thick sideburns for that to be placed right there, but that's not the point. The point is we're doing some braids, and then you can not only make them all the way thick, but you can also taper them. So you can go from thick to then meet in a closer proximity at the bottom. So boom, 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 boom. That's how I do braids, and I kind of like tie them at the end, or if it's curly hair, that's what that is. So these are the simple braids. Makes sense? Hopefully, all right, and now let's go for more realistic kind of braids, right? Let's see what we can do with braids. First, I'm just gonna go with going from top to bottom. Usually braids, again, taper like this. They have those divisions. So let's check out what we can do with that. Oh, we gotta change layer. Okay, so braids usually kind of cross on top of one another, kind of like that, which is very, very tough to follow if you don't do it right. So the way I have tried to mimic this thing, these tying, is just like one goes that way and stops, and then another, and then just do another one right there. That's one sort of hair section. And then this other one comes on top, and then the other one is gonna cross it over. Not only that, but then we're gonna get the same thing here as the other one crosses it over. You see, and it starts to form the braid. So you're literally following this motion over and under. You see how this one kind of follows through right there? That means that this one here will then continue on this side, right? And kind of stop right there as this one passes through the top of those two. And that's where it gets really complicated. You know, it's just simply nicely, without unabruptly, I guess. I don't know if that's a word, but, you know, go right over it on that. So as I do this, you know, I try to come up with different patterns and things, and, you know, just the way I am, right? So we'll put this in there, tuck that in there, take that motion, bring it right over here, bring it right into here, and take that same motion that I have with this one and follow it through over here. And then you put some detail lines. You can close it off, tie it at the end, and still continue that motion. And that's what a braid looks like to me. That's how I would do a braid. Yeah, definitely hard, much more difficult, much more time consuming than doing braids simplistic. But this has its advantages too. And this is just with the line work, really, because the other part is like you'd be doing shading in and all that. I mean, if we do some shading in right now, I just will apply it to a different layer or whatever. We'll do some grays just to kind of see what, you know, what tone it takes when you know, you shade it in, you know. And it really depends on your light source, of course. I always talk about light source, you know. I was just talking about light source to my friends today, and how it really, really makes a difference on what the forms will do, you know, and what story you're trying to tell, you know, what is it that you want the lines to show. So there you go. That would be sort of a realistic braid. And what I'm using is Procreate. I'm using the app called Procreate. And this is the tool I'm using right over here. I don't know why it's so blurry. This is the Onij marker. And yes, you're getting a hint. There's another marker that I will have available very soon. That one will have a little bit more aid for those who are sort of beginners. This is a more advanced marker, the very first one. It does take some getting used to, but once you get used to it, oh, the many things you could do are awesome. So this is what I was looking at. You know, notice I still have the same marker one, and you know, you can do this kind of stuff. It is available on my website under shop. So if you guys wanna, oh, I see why it's gray, it's not black. I'm like, why is it grayed out if I put it in a different layer? Oh, it's a colored gray. So what do you learn to do? You know, you learn to do S's, you learn to do C's, you learn to do W's. You know, and in the order that you put them will show a certain kind of flow. You know? Tap in. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, so let's see. One more little thing. We've been at it for half an hour already. My goodness, time has flown. Oh my God. Let's see. Let's do this one. We'll do bangs, which, you know, for some reason it comes up so much on people's hairstyles nowadays that it really feels like I need to talk about it. Just like that, you know, bangs, and then you could do a ponytail. Right? A lot of fun little things you could do with this marker. Let's see, what other hairstyle we could do. A bowl cut. I mean, so many fun things. Let's see. India, hello to India. Whoop whoop, rep your country. I'll mention it on the thread right now. Hello to Custom Caricature, what's up? Saludos a República Dominicana, mi país bello. Let's see, what other hair? Let's practice to the right a little bit. Boom. And then we're going to put a nice little bun back here, which is going to be a sectioned off bun. Pretty neat. Yep, there you go. I mean, this is another hair tutorial. I keeps calling it tutorial, but it's my practice, really, so like I could get better. If someone can get use out of this, great. But hello to Australia. León, Guanajuato, Mexico. Hello, saludos. Hello to Colorado, Venezuela, Australia. That's really cool. Friends in the house. All right, we're going on about half an hour. I don't want to go any more than 31 minutes here. Muchísimas gracias. No quiero pasar ya de 31 minutos aquí, pero aprendí bastante al hacer esto y espero que ustedes hayan aprendido algo también como yo. Así es que, bueno, pasemos el día siempre trabajando, haciendo los trazos para mejorar. Let's always learn. I hope that you got something out of it like I did. This was my practice, and I hope that, if this was of value to you, you can use it, to, come back and refer to it at any time so that you can, practice your hair. And, until next time, thank you so much for your time. Muchísimas gracias por su tiempo. Y hasta luego. Hello to Solomon Island, Pacific in the house. Good night. Peace.